As promised, this is our video and pictures of making our coop.
First thing we did is we dug out 16 inches deep all the way around the area that we wanted our coop and run to be. So where you see this brick lining is our area that we dug out. Digging out that area to create good drainage, we then filled 6-inch layer of sand covered by the 1/4 inch hardware cloth. It doesn't have to be the hardwire deer cloth, just galvanized. We topped it with 6 inches of coarse gravel and another layer of hardwire cloth, and then 6 inches of pea stone. Next, we created the base. For the base, we used 4x4s and we used lag screws to connect the 4x4s. And in the middle, because we did it extra long, we used plates with screws to connect each adjoining 4x4. Then we created our framework for the run and for the hen house. All wood we used was green treat to help prevent any rot. As you can see, everything painted white created the framework of our hen house. We left the area under the hen house open, so during the winter when it was really cold and they couldn't go outside, they'd have more area to their run. Here is a picture or some quick showing you the framework underneath the hen house as well. This will easily hold a large adult if you have to go into the hen house to clean anything out. Once all the framework was put up, we then put up the rafters for our roofing. Everything is 2x4s. We use pocket screws and a guide to put everything in. As you can see at the top, we have just plain old chicken wire running all the way along the roof so nothing can sneak in underneath the channels of the roof. We also decided, as you saw in our predator proofing video, to put up little extra galvanized fencing here to keep anything from coming through the little cracks or the vents of the roof. Lastly, we put on steel roofing with channels above to help keep all the rain off. Next, we started filling in all the gaps with green treat 8x4 cut down plywood sheets. Everything that's red is the plywood. We also laid it on the bottom of the hen house. Here is more detail on the plywood that we put up. Underneath the nesting box. And the back of the hen house. Here is the inside of the hen house. We added this piece of plywood because there was a gap between the two doors and we wanted to make sure nothing could squeeze in. We also want to show you our predator proofing skirting that we ran around the entire run of the coop. It is 3-foot high fencing that we used an air compressor to staple gun it every few rings of the fence directly to the base of the coop. We decided to line the inside of the hen house with thick food grade safe plastic. It goes all the way around and lines the bottom of the hen house, and we filled it in with sand. This makes it very easy to clean and helps keep the coop nice and cool during the summer. We added steps so our chickens can get in and out. And we have 2 roosting bars that we created, a U-shaped holder, and the bars fit right in. We added little drapings of our choosing to help create some privacy for the 4 nesting boxes that we have in here for our soon-to-be 12 chickens. If we ever need to clean the sand out or wash it down, we added a bolted area that is bolted on both sides and a fold down thing that we can slide this board out that's holding the sand in, rake all the sand out, clean it, and replace it. For the inside of the hen house for the doors, we created a deadbolt lock to make sure nothing can break into the coop. The doors then lock in place with simple gate hinges. To make sure nothing that has nimble fingers can break in like a raccoon, we added little clips to the gate hinges. Lastly, we added heavy galvanized black coated, so it's not as visible, deer fencing all the way around our run, as well as to our windows so they can be hinged and opened up for the summertime. We decided not to have our windows taken off because then if it rains, it'll keep everything dry. They're slanted, so the water will stay outside of the coop. And for the most part, it really does keep everything dry. We also put, Nugget's mad, I locked him away so he'd stop attacking me. We also put windows up on the inside of the coop. It gets nice and breezy down here, and that way during the summertime there'll be a nice breeze blowing all the way through the coop all night long to help cool everything down. As Millie is demonstrating, we created a very simple stepping ladder with plywood and 1x2s for the chickens to get up into the coop. We also then created a little area that most of them actually roost on at night with a simple 4x4 post and some cut up logs for areas for them to climb around on and roost on. We did decide to run electricity to our coop just in case we need it on a really cold day, and we also did connect 2 Wise cameras to our coop so we can check in on our chickens whenever we want. The first is inside the run. Here's the second Wise camera inside the hen house. We do also have a heat lamp in here. We'll show you when we come closer to winter time how we winterize the coop. But we only turned this on maybe about 4 times for just a couple days when it was negative 20 degrees without wind chills. Otherwise, the chickens did pretty well with just this coop winterized. We decided to attach some solar powered floodlights to our coop just to help illuminate the back in case any predators come. We are butted up to a lot of land, that there's a lot of coyotes. We're actually going to put a fake owl out to help kind of deter any of the hawks that we see and owls that we see in the area. And we've also got the little cat eyes hooked up all the way around the coop that flash red at night that are supposed to look like a face and may deter something from coming. So that is our coop plans. My husband is not a carpenter, but he managed to just look at a bunch of other plans online and formulate his own coop plans in his head. I think anybody's able to do it. Most of the stuff we got at your local hardware store or Menards. For the door, in case you get locked in, we created a little latch system that pulls and opens up the latch so you can easily get outside too. Make sure you make the door opening a lot wider than expected, because when you're carrying big things out, you want to make sure you can get through without a lot of trouble. We also decided at the end of the winter to switch out our P-rock substrate for sand. It has been awesome. It's going to keep the coop nice and cool in the summer, and it's just like a big giant kitty litter box to scoop out. Those are our coop plans. I hope this helps you to design your dream coop down the road. Good luck.